Hi, today we're continuing my reaction to Every Singaporean Son Season 2, The Making of an Officer. Let's get to it. For those of you who are new, I'm Kylie, just another Army vet. And if you are enjoying my reaction so far, then please smash that like button. Sounds like a Vietnam type of mission.
I feel good because I managed to complete my mission, but then there's always a Charlie Mike continue mission where we have to carry on the orders of the OC. And
that's interesting. The U.S. Army also uses the phrase Charlie Mike.
And in this case, we have to carry on our defense after the assault was made.
How do you guys understand? Rush now, in the day, where you can see. At night, you can relax more.
So technically from here, yeah, this path. Then your shell script can be one here.
My buddy's the platoon commander for this defense mission. He's quite focused and driven and naturally sell on.
My role as platoon commander for defense itself is to basically deploy my men, as well as to ensure that the early warning system is settled, the defense is settled, the rear is settled. More or less, everyone has their art of fires and the shell scripts going on and the trenches so they all should know where they're aiming towards. Kaiser, yep. I seek you to allocate them. Find a proper cover for fire trench and shell script.
Okay, I go there. Sure. Let's bring our stuff. We're going towards that side.
Where?
Towards that side. We're supposed to go there.
The enemy can see us, no? You can walk past here.
So you want us to go one more bound? Here? Okay, let's go down one ball.
Okay, you confirm where?
No, he asked me just come around here. I go down find Sean.
What?
You sure we are up here? The axis they're supposed to look is from here all the way to the other end.
4007 for police, yeah.
Sorry? You can place them first, right?
Put your out of fire sticks.
Okay, can. I'm the Section 1 SecCom. Basically, we're supposed to guard the rear security.
So for those of you who don't know, that metal thing that you see on top of this helmet is actually an NVG mounting bracket.
Over the axis over here.
Night vision.
So I'm actually deploying my men to overlook the axis, make sure there's no enemy walking by.
Setcoms! I got the mules here. I need to set the claymore.
Also not enough, man.
Okay, listen up. I know we are lack of manpower, okay? But very simple thing you need to do. I'll go down to your section there and I'll point to you which street exactly later on.
Salah, we are way behind time, man. We are way behind time. We're supposed to be digging now already.
The discussion try to keep short. By 1850, stand 2. Okay, so that means your shell script must be thick by then. Duck. Okay? Good luck. Okay, so we gotta chop.
Okay, can.
Engineer tape. We also use that in the US military. It's very useful, actually. Doing that with all of their gear on, bending over trying to make the foxholes or the shell scrapes, that is just miserable. Been there, done that. Not fun at all. At least they have long shovels versus the small entrenching tools, though. So that's good. 8 o'clock at night.
Hey guys, dapat. I need you all to complete your shell scrape.
You done already?
Haven't really dig yet. Give me a jangku. Buddy, let me see your shell scrape.
Okay, you help him.
Stay your breath. Section 1 is about 60%, sir.
Section 1, 60%.
Yes, sir. I think their ground is roughly worse than the ground down here, sir, to dig.
What time you going to finish your shell scrape? What? 2300 finish shell scrape. Don't talk nonsense. 1900 you're supposed to be done with your shell scrape. I gave you till 2030, still not done. 2100 still not done. If you're going to finish your shell scrape by 2300, I think tomorrow 3 PM also you won't finish your fire trench. Anyway, your shell scrape is not the only thing that's supposed to be up by 19. What are the other two things? Your claymore, your comms cloth and your comms line. These 3 things must be up. I want it up by 2145.
Whenever you establish a position, the priorities of work are security, which is what they're working on right now, as well as communication. And I don't think they've even started with the comms yet, or at least that's what I got from that little chew-out session that the OC was actually giving.
I'll give you another 45 minutes. I'm not playing a fool. You guys are way behind schedule.
This is an impossible task. There's no way they're going to make that OC's time hacks. It's not going to happen. And I don't think he really expected it to happen either, in all honesty. See, 0300. Yeah. They must be exhausted.
It's going to take until knee level. But as you all can see from yourself, it's not exactly working. Even though it's just subconsciously, it's just digging, but it's actually playing a really mind game with us.
Currently it's actually 3:14. I've been down at the TCP actually planning the ops orders and the AOP and all of that. But right now when I head back, I'm actually gonna help out with the shell scrape and a bit more of the planning, and feeling slightly a bit tired, lack of rest, and my heat rash, and everything's just starting to act up.
So the U.S. Army will call it a TOC, a Tactical Operations Command. It's the same thing though. It's just where all the base of operations is.
The instruction is ASAP, get it done before first light. Yeah, get it done.
First light, height, knee, right?
No, try to get it done by chest.
What?
Yeah.
Apparently, in a few hours' time, we're supposed to be here. Apparently, I'm here. So, from here to here, need miracle.
Ugh. So what is that? 12 hours of straight digging? At least 12 hours.
Haven't really slept. Tired from digging. All the abrasions are killing me. There's still a lot of things that needs to be done. So it's quite tiring. Yeah, I'll say.
And even with the sun down, I can imagine it's still very hot and humid.
We were digging and digging and digging. That's probably the best digging experience, and until now we haven't dig finished.
For now, it's 9:30, so we have 1.5 hours left to just fill our sandbag.
Okay, we just gotta keep fill about 40 to 50 sandbags, which we're at 5 now. But we've got an hour and a half, so working on it.
I don't know how I'm gonna go through this, man. Apparently, I'm halfway seeing heaven or sleeping on earth. Yeah.
Okay, you all come. I show you the deployment of core wire. In between them, one core wire stretch out. This one,
I still have to do quite a number of stuff actually. Priority is to finish up all the trenches and fill up all the sandbags to form our FOPK. The other one is we have to lay out our trip flares and claymores later on, as well as finish up the cons wire, on top of which I have a AOP to present later on. Rest. It sounds familiar, but no rest. The only rest I got was probably walking around and sitting down doing the AOP. When I came up here and started digging, I probably took like 30 seconds off, 1 minute off, but on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 7, maybe a 7, 8. I don't know about that.
How tired I am, I will give myself an 8.
Probably about 6 to 7.
I think it's above 10 already. We can go up to 15 or even 20.
Why does that one guy look like he's clean? Ganesh or something? C-wire.
We've been deployed as area security. Just like how it's going to work in the real war, as long as we're defending something, we just got to wait for the enemy to come along and not be taken by surprise when they actually are here.
Oh, I feel horrible. Like I have a quite a serious headache now, and then I feel cramp all over whenever I stop. I feel cramp in my fingers, my thighs, everywhere. I've been drinking quite a lot, going to the latrine a lot also. Yeah, so I don't know what happened, man.
I want to go home.
He's honest.
Banana, throw! Stanley, how many enemy down? 0 enemy down. MJ, continue firing. Chiku, what's your status? Clear shot. Enemy casualty. Return. React. Now I'm going to do a proper react.
I think the mission went pretty alright. We didn't expect to have such a big force continuously attacking us, and it's my first experience for that, as well as being a PC.
They actually attacked at the place where we postulated them to come from. And I think that was very good on Sean's part. determining where the enemy will be attacking from as the first point, which is very important. And yeah, we had a good fight today.
They're lucky they didn't get gassed. When I went to basic training, we actually woke up to an attack by the OPFOR, the opposing force, and it was at dawn, and we ended up getting gas, actually, and that was not fun. The person who was sharing my foxhole actually freaked out, and the drill sergeant had to come help with the gas mask, and yeah, it was pretty bad, actually.
At least now you know the importance of the principles of defense.
Yes, sir.
Mutually supporting, fire,
Sir.
the defense in depth, setting up obstacles to break the momentum, your location for the commander, all this is very important. I think it's the first time you're doing this. It's good. Okay, it's good.
I think he did a really good job. Everyone was so tired and just going into like sleepy mode where everyone's dozing off, but he still managed to keep his plan going. And at the same time, even though he started doing his individual shell script and fire trench late, but he managed to finish it faster than most of us. So it just shows that if he put his mind to actually achieve his goal of doing his job well, he actually exceeded all expectations. So I think he did an awesome job.
Now that it's all over, I feel pretty contented that I managed to make it through.
When I was actually digging, a lot of things were running through my mind. Also, I was like, why are you digging this? It doesn't make sense to you. After a while, you're gonna close it in maybe in 1 hour time. You do and then go home. And then what was the purpose? But I think everything has a reason.
At the end of the day, we realized that the digging is all for a purpose, and each single inch of the fire trench or shell scrape or even GPMG trench has its own purpose, and we kind of realized that we have to do it properly, otherwise it will defeat the purpose, it will just be a hole in the ground.
I believe the reason was, just to make someone stronger or a skill, how to dig a fire trench.
Some way through this, actually halfway, I felt that this is going to last forever, it's going to take forever to do because I have so many concurrent things to do, and I guess the rest of the section will not be able to make it. But then again, here we are, we finished it, and more or less, I would say that the first phase, or so-called, for defense has been over for Scorpion King.
That's a nice feeling, being able to fall asleep on an air-conditioned bus after days of little sleep in the hot fields. Those few days in the field are probably going to go down as some of the worst days of their entire officer training experience. I can't imagine just how miserable they were, running on no sleep in the heat and humidity and having to dig for 12, 14 hours straight. That must have sucked. But as horrible as an experience as it was, I think it's safe to bet that they all learned something, whether it was from the planning phase, the digging phase, or the actual battle phase. And that's the whole point, to actually get value from your training. And I think they did that. Once the next episode's filmed, I'll put it right here. Thanks for watching.